Hey everyone, how are you all? Welcome to another weekly from me, Nikki. Now I'm going to be bringing you the weekly tarot, and obviously this is a bit of a special one because we are in Libra season. We have left Virgo season. Virgo season was very up and down, quite traumatic, very busy, getting back to basics. All about our health, wellness, work, of course, work. Now we're entering a relationship time, an artistic time, a time of togetherness, talking, communication, partnerships and contracts. Libra season, welcome. So, as always, I'm going to be pulling out some general tarot cards coming into this week for Libra season. And then I'm going to be talking about the planet messages and also pulling out cards for that too. Okay? So, yes. So, how is, feel free guys to tell me how, Virgo season has gone for you. Because obviously in the world, in London, England, it has been very strange as well, because we had the Queen that passed, and after we had Mercury retrograde and Pisces full moon, so a lot really has gone down. And soon we're going to be entering out of September, going into October, where, as always guys, I really feel that Libra season is more in October. Okay, so I've pulled out 3 oracle cards. These oracle cards are more Witch's Wisdom oracle cards. So the first card I've got, so remember guys, this is for the week of Monday the 26th to Sunday the 2nd of October. I had to really count that. So yes, so Monday the 26th to 2nd of October. We're easing into October. So, and also, of course, Libra season. Okay, so this is for both the week and going into Libra season, for the whole of Libra season. So the first card that I have for all of us is the Pentacle, and it says respect. So I said before on my YouTube here, I've not really used these cards too tough, but they do have a lot of sort of like witchy, very spiritual messages. So this card is about respect. So this week and going into Libra season, it's about respecting ourselves, respecting others, respecting when others have different opinions, because Libra season, and also I forgot to say, we are going into the autumn equinox. It can be quite troubling. It's a different season. And I actually got on my YouTube page the autumn equinox, and it's very telling what's going to be happening for the next 3 months. So again, the first card is about respect, about respectful to yourself and others, but also being, because it's Libra, standing in your convictions. There's going to be a time where there can be some drama and arguments going into this season, and drama and arguments really and truly happens when we're not listening to people. We can obviously be very much toing and froing, confusion, but, really stand your convictions, as in being true to yourself. And this Pentacle card is also about to do with, it's like the pentacles. It's like it actually feels like the pentacles in a tarot card. So in a way, it's a bit, we're going to be quite grounded, but also we're going to still be having and showing some respect. So you can, if you want to, wear things that can really protect you. And the Pentacle card is also showing that you can wear a pentacle, but you can also wear something that can actually protect you. I feel going into this season that a lot of us will definitely need like mental, spiritual, and emotional protection. So again, respect is the first word, the first card. The second card we have is the fulfillment card, and it's chalice fulfillment. So what does chalice fulfillment have for us? It says that chalice fulfillment. As you guys know, I don't really read these cards too much. I really should actually. So chalice fulfillment is going to be guiding us during this season to us to be open when it comes to like our intuition. It's not going to be easy having listened to our intuition going into ear time, especially for the next 3 months. But intuition is going to be speaking very loud to us, so we have to try and be open to our intuition. And if anything is driving us to procrastinate or stagnation, don't quit. Still plug ahead. Especially if you are doing something very, very creative. And also this card is speaking also about there can be things that come up that we are least expecting. So try to expect the unexpected, because it can definitely come up. But also just, try and be as open as you can, because there's going to be some underlying things that we may not have a lot of control over. The third card we got is incubation, and it's called Astro. I've actually pulled these cards out before actually. So this message is about wishes that can come true as well, but there are underlying themes that could be happening before it happens. So it's some of you are going to be starting like a new project. This is the time that a lot of us should be working and also trying to follow our dreams, because our dreams are going to be very heightened. Again, doing something very creative could really, really help. But also not trying to force things, like let things come naturally. Okay, during this weekend, during Libra season, try to make things come naturally. Because as you guys know, if you try to force things or force like an outcome, it's never the way we expect it. Okay, so the last card we have is the Spirit card, and it's initiation, and it's showing us about making a commitment. And Libra is a sign of partnerships and also commitment. So again, this is the scales. We could be in two minds about things. Do I make a commitment? Do I make a bolt for it? Do I go for it? I feel this is great to be talking to people, seeking advice, but also at the same time, you make that decision. And also not worrying about whatever anyone says, because the ultimate decision will be yours. Some of you may be guided to really work alone in order to make this, because there can be huge decisions that come up during this time. So being alone, having that sort of like alone time, that downtime. And also, again, this card is about intuition. This card is about listening to that inner voice as well. The Spirit initiation card is some of you may be guided to speak to the universe in some shape or form, just for that advice that a lot of you may be needing. So and then also this card is about seeking a coven for your area. So when that says that, it's like having that sort of like downtime space. So because we're in Libra energy, this is really great to be beautifying an area of your home or your flat, and just like meditating and having your crystals, especially the rose quartz, which is actually a Venus stone. But yeah, having that a nice beautiful space just for that sort of like a meditation, but also for you to think about things, especially if you're feeling confusion in any shape or form. Okay, so these are very, very spiritual cards, and feel free to come back to it so that you have a little bit more of an understanding of what can happen during this season. Okay, so that's the general, and now we're going to go to because the planet energies are not loads, but Monday is extremely busy. So Monday we have Venus trine Pluto, Mercury conjunct Venus in Virgo. We also have Sun opposition Jupiter. So let's start off with this is all on Monday. So, which is actually really lovely with Venus trine Pluto, because this, and also the card I have for this is the Justice card. And I forgot to say we are working with the Justice card throughout the whole of Libra season. Welcome, Justice. We have missed you. This is actually my birthday card for this year, because I actually do birthday readings, and you can do that by adding up like your date of birth and the month you're born, and it will come up. And if you keep adding to it, gets like to 2-digit numbers or a single number. And this number I actually got, which was Justice. So Justice card, we have missed you. I think the last time we saw you was Libra full moon, all the way back. So yes. So with Venus trine Pluto, we're gonna be, a lot of us on Monday it's very busy. 26 very busy. Wrapped up Virgo season. We're now going into Libra season. Yeah, the first week. And bam, Venus trine Pluto, which is gonna make us be very intense when it comes to relationships. But also Venus is ruled by Libra, and this is to do with our relationships, but also like creativity. I am very big on creativity, guys, as you know. So there could be a commitment, especially going these cards, a deep commitment, saying how you feel, even if it might feel quite embarrassing to some of you. You know, it's a great time to be saying how you feel, making like a deeper commitment, talking about any fears or worries that you have, but also getting more intimate. This could be a time where people are going to feel very sexy. Venus is not very happy in Virgo, because Virgo is Mercury, and Mercury's sign, but still it's about making an effort. So, you know, there's going to be it's a time of showing a bit more of a sexual power that you all have. And some of you may be, and if you are single, you may be drawn to someone who seems very mysterious. It can also feel very karmatic, and you know, some of you may actually even find that that partner, that twin flame partner as well. But know that it can be very intense in the beginning. It's like, where have I seen you? I've known you all my life, type of thing. So, and it could also feel that it may be forever. Okay, you may feel it's because of the intensity that we could be having. Also, obsessions could be coming up as well. You could be very obsessed with someone that you know or you fancy. There could also be obsessions in a relationship. And because it's in an earth sign, they're both in earth signs, it may be, it can like really build. And once it's there, it may tend to stay there. So just be mindful of that. So yes, but also obsessions can be of things that you are creating. Okay, so if you're creating something, i.e. writing, drawing, or even thinking of doing it, you can be very determined to actually start it. So it can really work two ways. And when it comes to like finances, you know, you can make really solid financial decisions. Some of you can come into money. Some of you could like, you know, really more or less make financial decisions. And even when it comes to how you're dressing, changing up how you dress, a bit more sexual, earthy, but with a hint of sexuality as well. And also decorating your home, great for decorating the home in a nice earthy way, but also in a nice way. Yes, but I do feel it's very much creative, very, very creative. And because it's in earth signs, when it comes to like finances as well, you may still be very, you know, may still feel very not spending too much, but also what you are spending is more of an investment. So the Justice card is showing that, you know, any type of things you're going to do, it will actually be more balanced. It will again go through the long haul. I feel that if you are initiating anything, or if you are wanting to be with someone, Okay, I feel that things will be much more balanced, like I just said before. But also, if you are seeking like a partnership, i.e., so whether it's creative or whether it's to do with finances, it will definitely go well. Making sure that you're reading the small print, because the Justice card is a karmatic card. So be mindful of what you put out there, because it can come back. But things really do seem more balanced. I feel a lot of you will definitely come into your own, come into your power. There'll definitely be some changes that come as well. But the changes will be for mankind. It's not going to be for selfish gain or selfish reasons. So yes, so this card is actually lovely, the first card. And also I feel that conversations will really flow in the way that it should flow, and there'll be a sense of more honesty as well. Okay, so that's the first thing on Monday. The second thing on Monday is we have Mercury conjunct Venus in 26 degrees in Virgo. Pretty powerful one, because whenever Mercury conjuncts anything or any conjunctions happen, very, very powerful time. So, and also because it's ruled by Mercury, Virgo, is even more potent. So this is, whatever we say, it's going to be very potent. So whether you say you love someone, whether you're writing anything, whatever you're saying, whatever you are typing, it's going to make an impact. So Mercury conjunct Venus is, again, brilliant for artists. It's brilliant to get your stuff out there. It's brilliant to be making new friends. It's great to be, going on a date. It's great for, receiving compliments, because a lot of you could actually really receive compliments. It's also great to be enhancing your skills in any shape or form. I feel that things, in a way, that people will be very receptive to what people are saying, because the card that we have is the Six of Pentacles, which is actually a beautiful card. It's showing that things actually will be, it feels very much more generous. I feel that if you are anyone that is very holding your feelings back, you're going to be more forthcoming now. And if you're a person that's stingy with their money, you'll be a bit more generous now. Okay, because if someone comes to you, and if they come to you about a business plan or a business deal, it can actually work out. People will be a bit more receptive, or they should be more receptive, because this also to do with Mercury is a business house. So it's about negotiation. It's about making business deals. It's also about reading contracts with the Libra. So things can actually be, especially with the Six of Pentacles, things are going to be more fair. Things are going to be more balanced as well. And you may not get all what you need, but at least you'll get some. Some is better than nothing. But also this is great for showing your appreciation as well. Because Six of Pentacles, it's got like two messages. On one hand, it's giving money. On the other hand, it's undecided. But I feel more so that, you'll get some, but there may be some that there may be other things that you may not get the whole thing, but it's, again, better than nothing as well. So, this energy is of a bit more confidence in what you're saying and how you're communicating. And again, I come back to creatives. If you're actually, if you are going to start a blog, or you're writing something on social media, it's going to be impactful. So I do feel, especially with this card, is to sort of think before you act, sort of think with what you say, because it can carry for long. And also, as we live in the next decades of receipts, people will be screenshotting, so just be mindful of that. And also, even if you are meeting up with someone, or because we're still in Mercury retrograde, guys, you don't be surprised if you start hearing from people, okay, people from your past, exes, friends, and so on. Be careful of what you say, and listen to what they actually say as well, because it can make an impact for the good or the bad. Also on Monday, we have the Sun. It opposes Jupiter, okay? So we in Libra season. So when it does, remember Jupiter's retrograde. So what this actually brings with the Queen of Cups, guys, okay? So the Sun opposes Jupiter. It does bring like opportunities, because Monday feels so brilliant, guys. It feels so amazing, so brilliant. So when the Sun opposes Jupiter, it brings a lot of opportunities for us. It brings optimism. It brings confidence. It brings happiness. It makes us believe we can do what the hell we want. Nothing's going to be denting us in any way. So things we'll feel like things are just going to fall the way that it should. We can also feel much more generous. Our self-esteem is going to be very high as well. So, and also the Jupiter's about, it's like fortune, finances, gains in a way as well. So it's a case of whatever you did in the past, it can sort of come back to you miraculously. So if you lost anything, if you haven't spoken to anyone, it can really happen. But remember, it's retrograde, so there may be a case of us sort of thinking, because although we can be very forward, we have to sort of like draw back, because this can cause us to be extremely overconfident, extremely overdoing things, greedy. We could be overeating, overspending, overworking out, so I feel even though it's an opposition, we're still like not going too far as well. And and also I'm picking up being too preachy. Again, we're gonna have to think before we speak as well. There can be a lot of that going on, guys. So just, I'll say also money, just take your time. Because if we're over the top in anything, and I feel that's great, that's why it's retrograde, because the retrograde is making us sort of like go back just to reiterate what we did, what we're saying, how much we're spending, and all the la-di-da. So we just have to sort of like re-examine before we do it. And the card we have is the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is actually a very Cancerian, emotional intuition card, very creative card. It's showing us to write our intuition again will be of the highest order as well. There are things that we may not see that will be seen. So really check that. This card is also saying about really check your facts. Again, listen to what's not being said. There can be an energy that some of us, and also I feel that there may be a lot of people or things around us that are going to make us feel extremely sensitive. So we have to sort of try and pick up on that, because we can miss a trick. Okay, the Queen of Cups is, I actually don't get this card on regular, but when I do, you really have to sort of like take a step back, because there's also, it doesn't feel like it, but I'm actually feeling like a bit of a sensitive energy that can also come up, especially if we are overdoing things. We can actually feel weaker than actually stronger. Okay, so just the Queen of Cups is showing us, listen to that heart space that we all have. On Tuesday, we have Mercury in Virgo trine Pluto. So we had Mercury, it trined, did I speak about this before? No, we had, Venus trine Pluto. Now we have Mercury trining Pluto on Tuesday. And what this brings, again, is, how we're communicating and speaking. Very impactful, guys. Very, very much impactful. Again, this is a time of doing business, time of communication, writing, blogging, our immediate neighborhood as well. So there could be things that are amped up. There can be things that come out of the woodworks. Okay, so just look around your area. Open your ears and open your eyes to what's going on in your area, guys. And also, it's a very powerful time because, if you're negotiating anything, it's most likely to go well. Just don't rush. And again, whatever you're saying, some of you could actually be making new friends with people, and they could have very much like a karmatic power over you, not in a strange way, but just like you understand them very well. You feel that you've known these people or this person before. And again, watch what you're saying. Not watch what you're saying, but also what you're saying is going to be traveling. It'll be very impactful. So, yes, great for socializing, guys. Really great for socializing. And also great for understanding things that are not being seen or not being said. It can actually feel very much like a psychic time. So if people are talking to you, not to say they're lying, but they may be saying something very basic or very on the surface, but you actually see more than you should. So yes, very karmatic time, guys, whether it's business, personal, relationships. But there is one thing about this that you have to be mindful of, like being obsessed with getting the job done, being obsessed with contracts, being obsessed with friends, also being obsessed with that conspiracy theory. But there can be a lot of that. Mercury rules the media. Okay, so there can be a lot of that coming up, a lot of conspiracy theory. And not to say none of it's wrong, none of it's not true, because a lot of it is true. But also, we can just go too overboard. We can be very fixed and, no, this is the truth, and you have to believe this, you have to believe that. But like, again, use this wisely. Great for research, great for writers, any type of writing, whether it's writing about a new project, writing about, blogging, writing about anything. This is great for it, because you put your mind to something, you can actually do it. Some of you may, this is also great to be trying to understand yourself on a deeper level. You might be having a lot of stress and strife, and you don't understand where it's coming from. You could be working hard, and an overflow of emotions or depression can come on you, and you want to understand it. Why is this happening again? So seeking therapy, seeking out your friends. But like, again, I said, this is a time that some of you may be wanting to understand yourself in a more of a occult way through tarot, which what I'm doing, or astrology. Also, your dreams, they can be, again, they can be very much a psychic time. But some of your psychic ability can actually scare you. So the card we have is Empress. Woo! Empress Card. Empress Card is showing you that, this is a time where some of you may need to really calm down, really take care of yourself as well, because this energy can feel very intense mentally. We could feel that we're hearing things and seeing things, and we can just go over the top with it. But the Empress card is showing that we're going to be in a bit of a downtime as well, to take care of ourselves, but mostly to take care of our mental self. Having that relaxation, having that nice bath, having that nice chocolate. And also enjoying the senses that are coming up as well. I feel with Mercury Trine Pluto, because it's in 2 earth signs, if you are thinking of like changing what you're eating or changing anything, it's taking it slow. Don't rush. Try not to be anxious about it too. Because anxiety, I feel, can definitely come up. Anxiety can be good or bad. It can make you feel very excited, but it can also make you feel that you have to make things perfect. Empress card is showing you that's great, but, just try and relax. Just, hang out with friends. You don't have to be so intense in your relationships. Just talk, smell the roses, take your time when you're eating. Take your time, before anything, what you say. Take your time before signing anything. Take your time when you're dressing. Try and, do something. Really feel your body. Really feel your senses. Because this is such a beautiful card. It's a card of fertility, but it's also a card of wellness and taking things slow. So if you are going to be creating something, because this card is also Venus, it's Taurus. So if you're going to be creating any type of beauty project, the intensity of the Pluto is beautiful to have it, but take breaks when needed, because we're going to be needing those breaks. And you'll find when you take those breaks, you'll be more inspired instead of having just to go, 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 go. You know, so this energy is beautiful, but also, you know, heal those messages too. And then we have on Wednesday, which is the last planet message, we have Mars in Gemini trine Saturn in Aquarius. So Saturn is retrograde as well, guys. So what this brings with the King of Pentacles, very serious time. So Mars trine Saturn, it does give us a lot of like ambition, determination, making us very, very serious. And, you know, with it being retrograde, we are going to be going over old ground. Okay. So this is about us not, again, rushing, but also seeking, it could be perfection, but it could also be us doing things the proper way, not cutting corners in any way. This is about patience and us being a bit more, having a bit more discipline in what we're going to be doing. So I feel that things will be, it'll be more, not earthy, but things will just take a bit of time to get going, I feel. And you know, if you are in a relationship for a long time, you know, you could, again, I feel there could be, remember we're in Libra season, so I feel there can be some commitment happening, but it could be a bit more slow going. If someone wants to say anything, it's like you have to sort of like dig your heels in to get things out there. But also, I feel there's a bit more of a stronger commitment that could be happening. So some people could be renewing their vows. Some people could be getting engaged. It could be a brand new start to a relationship. And also with Mars being in Gemini, which is, Mars is about the sexuality. You could be doing some games, okay? You may want it traditional, but it's like, no, let's just do this. Let's have some fun. And if you're dating as well, you could be very attracted to someone who's quite Mars and who's like quite Gemini or who's quite Aquarian. It could be very different to you. But also you not wanting anything that is, in a way you might think you want a fling, but you might actually deep down want a relationship. But not like lovey-dovey. It's like meeting of the minds type of thing. It's not very lovey-dovey. And this person could be older. You know, I remember we're Saturn here, so it could be very much older, or it could be younger, but I do feel it's more older. If you are seeking like a mentor as well, you're more likely to, some of you may be quite energized to be seeking like someone that you can learn from as well. But again, this is this energy is about self-discipline, guys. And you know, remember Saturn's retrograde. Saturn ain't playing. You know, it's in its last degrees of the sign of Aquarius, and it's wrapping up shit. It's wrapping up so much shit. It's unbelievable what's happening. So, but know that anything is going to be a long success with this as well. So whether it's a new business deal, whether it's a new project, whether it's new something creative, whether it's a relationship in a strange way, or whether it's finances, anything, even you students studying, this can be really great. And if you have kids as well, they may be getting real top marks, really good top marks. And it could surprise them, but it could also very much surprise you. And, you know, the teacher could be saying, oh my God, I don't believe what's going on. They're very on it. They're very this, they're very that. So it's always good when that actually happens. So the card we have is the King of Pentacles, which is actually a very serious card. It's a card of long-lasting success. So all what I've more or less said is I feel what the King of Pentacles will be flowing with this message, especially when it comes to like something long-lasting. The Pentacles is about, you know, it is definitely about to do with money. So when I said about anything that is long-lasting, especially when it comes to like business deals or money, I feel that reading, because Mars being in Gemini can really skim things through very quickly. They want things done now. And I feel that with Saturn retrograde, it's like, let's just take our time. because we could be missing a trick. And especially if it comes to like business and money, and you know, it's really, you know, really take your time. And if you are going to commit to anything, really and truly take your time. But the King of Pentacles, again, is very much a serious business orientated card. It's not a card, it's an Earth card. I think it's a Taurus card. Yes, a Taurus card. And it's about, you know, doing things in a bit of a slower way and not rushing. Even if you're doing like a you know, and also it's like for the long term, in a way that is going to be beneficial, whether it's spiritually or whether it's financially. It will be definitely for the long term. So it's really great to have the King of Pentacles showing up for this. And if you are doing like a workout regime, because Mars being in Gemini, it's about working out, but doing many different types of workout. King of Pentacles is saying this time it may be great to stick to what you know, because you don't want to sort of burn yourself out or burn your body out. It's about going back to basics. So if you find that, you know, you are doing something on the cheap, or if you're doing something, nothing wrong in that, but if you're doing something that's not sustaining you in any way or burn out your energy, think about what you used to do that made you have energy. And if you feel that you have to probably invest more in it, and if you've got the funds for it, it'll be great for you. Okay, because Pentacles, King of Pentacles, again, is a Taurus card with the Empress. And Tauruses, they don't like to do things new. They like to just do what works. And with the King of Pentacles, it will show that, you know, long-term success and stability will be going back to the drawing board. Even if you feel that things, it may not be beneficial to you, you'll see that it will be in the long run, especially with this energy as well. So we are slowing down a bit, but also, you know, the longer picture will be very beneficial. So guys, that was the reading for the first week of Libra season and the equinox. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And let me know how this week has gone for you. Feel free to let me know how the tarot cards has resonated with you as well. Don't forget to check out my October readings for all the signs. And yes, feel free to leave a voice message. Voice messages are always welcome. So thank you very much, guys, for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.